welcome back to another episode of Woodpile Reacts. I'm Andrew.
I'm Annabelle.
I'm Alexa.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're going to be reacting to My Hero Academia Season 1, Episode 8.
I'm super excited, dude. I don't even know how Bakugo is going to react because they just lost to, I almost said Gon. What the heck?
Izuku?
Deku.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think he's very happy about that at all.
Although, like, last time when Deku helped save him, he reacted so strangely that I'm wondering, like, if he reacts the same way or if he's gonna, I'm interested to see how he reacts too.
His whole world might just completely collapse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks that Deku's been hiding his power for years.
Oh, yeah.
When literally Deku
Right.
just got the power himself.
Not the case at all.
Yeah.
Deku's like, yeah, I'm really not that much of a mastermind here. I wish.
Right. Also, another thing is, Bakugo's never had this type of feeling before.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess except rather than...
Defeat.
Well, I guess you could say the slime attack was...
No, he was just...
But he wasn't defeated. He was just like, oh, a villain got me, and I'm still a kid, so maybe that's his mental. But there's someone on the assumedly lower power level to him, right? He's way better than Deku. He actually takes a loss from that person.
Oh, yeah.
And this is probably something he's never experienced before ever, so it'll be interesting to see how will his world shatter? Will he be stable?
Yeah, because like
how will he react?
Because he's used to bullying Deku, but then Deku just defeats him. How is he gonna feel?
Right.
Deku completely reverses it.
Right.
And how is he gonna feel about that?
Yeah. Take an example out of my book for video games or something. Right. When I'm playing, let's say take Halo for instance, and I'm really good at Halo. At least in my friend group. When someone beats me who's obviously weaker, even if it's just a one-on-one shootout, I'm just like, I gotta go kill that person and show them their place. So
that is very true. Especially when we play well, I don't remember what it's called, but like the joust.
I
like
feel
when
it's
you
more
just
like the
defeat
hammer
someone
thing.
and then someone goes do.
Yeah, you gotta find So, just gonna be interesting to see how that all unfolds, and I hope you get to see everyone else.
Oh, yeah, I also really like the duo, the girl and Deku. I love that.
Oh, Uraraka?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love how they were just like, she's like touching, she was floating over to the bomb, and she just like touched
She
it.
just like...
It's like,
dude, I love her so much.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Still getting all the names down, but...
Yeah, I don't really know her name.
Uraraka.
like, all I know is like
Uraraka.
Izuku and Bakugo, yeah.
And All Might.
Yeah, All Might, but that's...
And then there's
not really
Ida.
a hard one.
Right?
Who?
Ida. From the rocket legs.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And then Uraraka. Or Uraraka. Whatever her name is.
Uraraka.
So, yeah.
We don't have old lady with healing power.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know her name.
Yeah, we do.
No, we do. I
It's
just
like Recovery Girl or something.
Well, I guess her hero name is probably Recovery Girl.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's her quirk. But I don't think she necessarily is named... Well, I guess that is her name. But I'm going to name my child Recovery Girl. But yeah, so without further ado, let's hop right into this episode.
Yeah.
We're all so silent till...
Are you okay? The hero team wins!
Yay!
What a weird way for this to end. The losers are
To
practically
go
untouched,
throw up.
and the winners are both on the ground.
How does the old saying go? They may have lost the battle, but they won the war.
This class is intense.
He's so mad. He's in shock.
My attacks. Deku predicted them. He made me look like an idiot. Somehow managed to win the exercise.
You've
That's
always
what
been
happens when you
stronger,
get blinded
Kanchas.
by anger.
Can't
Yeah.
you see? That's why I want to beat you! Because you're amazing!
Does this mean that if we really fought, if we didn't hold back at all,
He is.
Deku would beat me with his quirk?
Young Bakugo, cool your jets. Let's go review your work. Whether you win or lose, you can always take something away from an experience like this. As long as you're open to learning.
What is wrong with him? He has problems, dude.
Well,
see a
despite the
therapist.
results,
Ida embraced this challenge. He was the only one who truly adapted to his assigned role. I'll explain. Bakugo's judgment was clouded by a personal grudge against Midoriya. As you pointed out earlier, launching a large-scale attack indoors was a foolish move. It could have been
Right.
disastrous. Similarly, Midoriya's plan was also poorly thought out, considering the amount of damage that he received, even if he was spoiled in the end. Technically, the hero team won, yes, but they took advantage of the fact that this was training. They didn't respect the spirit of the trial.
this girl really has a good eye on her. Yes? Well, you overlooked a few things. Young Ida could have relaxed a little bit in the exercise. But otherwise, you nailed it. Everything we saw and discussed as you tackle this training for yourself.
Oh my gosh.
That must mean she's pretty strong.
Match 2.
He needs help.
We will be our heroes, and Team I will be the villain.
Will everyone?
Ojiro,
Oh, we can see him.
let's get serious. I'm gonna take off all my clothes and totally disappear.
Meso Shoji! Quirk Dupla Arms! He can replicate different body parts on the tips of his tentacles. Now that's super strange.
Huh.
One's in the hall on the north side of the 4th floor, and I think the other's on the same level somewhere. Both are barefoot. I bet the invisible one plans to sneak up and surprise us.
For your own safety, go outside.
Oh.
I'm sure our opponents intend to fight a defensive battle. But
He incapacitated them without compromising the weapon or his teammates. Take close note of his technique, students.
Whoa, he's so strong!
He still has problems.
He's realizing that they're not as strong.
Does he have to wait for it to melt, or?
Heat too?
No.
He's got fire too.
it's not your fault. We're just playing on different levels.
Shoto Todoroki, another of the 4 admitted to the hero course based on
No, he has
recommendations.
hots.
Quirk,
Another
half
one
cold,
that was
half hot.
chosen.
He freezes with his right side and burns up the charge with his left. The range of his abilities is unknown.
Wow. Whoa. What is happening? What is she doing? Is that like her ears?
I think so. Electricity. Hey.
My bad.
He's probably like, my precious thing.
That's all for now, folks. I should go and check on young Midoriya's progress. Now watch how a pro exits, like he's got somewhere to be!
Okay, you guys.
He
that
does. He's
is
got
a
to change
hero.
out of his
I'll never
form.
be able to run that fast.
Super awesome.
It's day of school and he's already a regular patient. Why didn't you stop him, All Might?
You're right, Recovery Girl. I'm
He does
sorry.
know. Well, it's
does.
no
Oh,
good
yeah, she knows.
apologizing to me. He's too exhausted from his classes for my quirk. I can't treat all his injuries at once. I did some first aid, but after the IV is finished, we'll have to wait for his body to heal overnight. Come on, All Might. I know you passed your powers on to this boy, but you can't spoil him.
She knows that.
Several people know about my injury in this weak form, like the UA faculty and a certain group of pro heroes, for example. However, only a select few people know the secret of One for All. There's you, the principal, and a very close friend of mine. Young Midoriya too, of course, but no one else knows the truth about my powers.
You're the #1 hero in the world, All Might. Does it really matter if you were born with your quirk or not? Do you have to be the symbol of peace? Is it that important?
If they knew I wasn't, the temptation of this power could corrupt our society. This quirk, those who wield it are responsible for mankind's safety.
Well, if that's the case, it's even more important for you to be a good guide.
You're right.
Then come back tomorrow, okay?
I missed all my afternoon classes. Mr. Aizawa's probably gonna choke me with his scarf.
Hey, it's Midoriya! Good to see you back, Super! Man, I don't know what you were saying during that match, but you were all fired up, huh? I can't believe you held your own against Bakugo. He's super strong!
that.
Great job dodging!
You guys really turned up in the first match, so none of us held back in our rounds either.
You were far from elegant, but I
And
suppose...
the dodging was like, whoa!
Hey, I'm Eijiro Kirishima. We've been going over training results while you were in
Kirishima?
recovery. Hi, I'm Hantasera.
More importantly, I'm Yuka.
I'm Mina Ashido, and I just gotta say, your dodging was awesome!
Sue Asui, but please, call me Sue.
Hey, Sato.
Hey guys!
My name's Mina!
Where the heck did you pop out of?
You might sparkle, but you sucked it up in training.
So noisy.
Tokoyami! Stop using that desk as a chair! Get off of it this instant!
Dude, you need to chill.
Stop using the desk as
You're
a chair.
carrying a lot of tension.
No one understands. I cannot condone actions that disrespect these desks. Not when great men and women or upperclassmen once used them.
Eden never relaxes, does he?
So, anyway, want to grab a bite sometime? What kind of stuff you like?
Anything sweet. Hey, Deku!
Yeah.
Well, it has to do with how much stamina I'm using.
Stamina?
Uraraka?
Where's
Where's Kachan?
Oh, Kachan.
We tried to stop him from leaving, but he wouldn't listen. You just...
Oh.
Kachan!
Really? Is your butt hurt?
What?
Stupid.
I haven't told anyone this secret.
Don't you dare
Not
tell
even my
him.
mom.
Oh.
I have to tell you something.
Oh my gosh,
Then
you're so
you'll understand what's
stupid.
been going on.
You're
I
literally
wasn't hiding my
stupid.
quirk from you. It was given to me by someone else recently. But I can't tell you who I got it from, so don't ask. Sounds crazy. I know. It's like something out of a comic book. Only it's real. The thing is, I don't really have any control over
How's
this
he gonna
power
respond
yet.
to this?
I haven't figured out how to make it my own, but I'm trying. That's why I didn't want to use it against you in the exercise. But in the end, it was the only way that I had a chance of winning. I've still got a lot to learn. I know that. That's why I'm here. You'll see.
Oh my gosh, he has
I'll
a
work until I have
problem.
full control of this borrowed quirk. And I'll finally beat you with my own power.
Explosion.
Oh crap, what am I saying? I only meant to tell him that I wasn't tricking him.
How dumb do you think I am? Borrowed power? Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. You already made a fool out of me in that damn training exercise. So? Did you come here to rub it in? I lost, and to make matters worse, it was to you. I came in first in the exam, but that's not enough. When I was watching that ice guy, I realized I couldn't beat him in a head-to-head fight.
Launching a large-scale attack indoors was a foolish move.
Crap! I even agreed with what that girl said! My attack was so stupid! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Enjoy that win, Deku! You won't get another! I'm just getting started! Got that? I'm gonna end up the #1 hero no matter what!
Wow.
You'll never beat me again, you bastard! Don't
Why
even
is he
try.
leaving?
He's going home.
He's like, oh, okay.
There you are! Baku, go! I found you!
Go. I found you.
Just so you know, pride is an important attribute to have. But while you certainly have the ability
It's
to
like,
become a pro
I'm gonna
hero,
cry. Leave me
there's
alone.
still plenty you have to learn.
Let go of me, All Might.
Oh.
Right now.
Hmm?
Save your speeches. I'll be more famous than you, and I'll do it without your help.
Wow.
Right. I guess he's already over it.
Deku can't do it without himself.
Man, being a teacher is hard.
I wonder what that was all about. The fated battle between rivals.
Whatever Midoriya was saying, it looked like Bakugo really wanted to punch him.
The girls are just like
Failed
gossiping.
rivals turned enemies.
Kachan's fuse has been lit. There's a fire under him. But that doesn't change what I have to do. I'll keep chasing after him.
Respect.
Midoriya! What were you saying to Bakugo before I arrived so heroically?
He's like,
Oh, nothing special.
Hmm? I'm so curious! Why don't you tell me all the juicy details?
no.
Actually, I kind of forgot.
Oh no.
Back.
Alright. That was a good episode.
That was
Yeah,
really
it was
good.
a good episode.
Yeah, it was really good.
Especially like the little bit of development we got with Bakugo.
Oh yeah.
But we'll talk about that first. I guess the first thing we gotta talk about is
The ice guy.
the other, Ice Guy.
Dude, that ice guy
What
was
the-
crazy.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
that power isn't useful against fire, because fire could just go melt it.
But he has fire.
But he has
too.
fire too.
No, he has
But-
heat. He doesn't have fire. He can't like throw a fire or anything.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know the extent of it.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't
And I
think it's
feel
actually
like-
fire or
And
explosions.
Bakugo just feels like he wouldn't be able to beat him, but I feel like he might be able to, because his power has so many uses. The Ice Guys doesn't have as many uses.
Well, I don't. We've seen a lot more of Bakugo's power than we have of his.
Yeah, he could have a lot more.
Right.
And also, it feels like he has a lot more uses with his ice power than you'd think.
Yeah,
Especially.
probably.
He could make walls, probably.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things he can do with that.
Depending on how much control over it.
I mean, it said he had like the extent of his power has been untested.
Yeah, like we don't know
Yeah.
how strong his power is. I mean, look, if you Anna said Elsa in the show, but like literally, if he has control like Elsa does,
Yeah.
that's super potent.
Lord, comparing an anime character to Elsa.
Well, yeah, but if
Hey.
he can control it like that, then
Let's be admitting it. Elsa's kind of like be a super great hero.
Dude, she
Yeah.
would.
Yeah. She could
but
just
yeah,
go.
some of the other
Dude,
heroes.
she created those snow beasts things.
Yeah,
Wow, he can
and
do that.
Oh, yeah.
and she also stopped an entire tidal wave from destroying it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones we saw, Invisible Girl.
Oh, I love her.
Her clothes don't turn invisible, I guess.
So does she just wear gloves and shoes?
I think so. Well, I know she had the whatever the tracksuits that they wear normally. I knew that. I saw she was wearing one of those, but I guess her hero costume is just
Oh
nothing.
my goodness.
It
That
was so
must be
funny. She's
so
like,
awkward.
turn around.
Dude, imagine being
But-
invisible and said every day she just got ready.
No one knows what she looks like.
Yeah.
I know. What if she just got ready every day and it's like,
She could be the most beautiful or ugly person, and no one would know.
and no one would know. She could just go to school in literally her pajamas and like
Well,
she just woke up. And
No,
one
because
would know.
They see her
they see
clothes.
her clothes.
Oh, I mean, no. Oh yeah. I mean your hair however you
But
want.
she can do her hair, makeup, however she wants. Maybe she's just bald for a good aerodynamics. Because it doesn't matter.
Hey.
If I was invisible, I'd go bald.
Really?
Or maybe I just wouldn't.
Well, think about
Cut
how
my
much
hair.
trouble having hair is.
Yeah.
Especially for a
hair
girl.
is just like our hair is just like a human accessory.
Yeah.
You just wear
Yeah,
it 'cause it
but
looks good.
she probably still wants her hair. But
Why?
what if
She
you
can't
could-
see
She
it.
can't see it.
She can.
But what
I
if
think
she
can see herself?
could see
I don't
herself?
think it depends on how her quirk works, but
I don't think she can.
I don't think she can.
Okay, she can tell when she doesn't have she can
Well, she can see the gloves. She has gloves on.
Yeah.
And she can like
That
how
must be
you
really
always
confusing
know
as
when
a
you have
baby.
things on.
The baby's trying to learn what's what, and she's like, I don't see anything at all.
And
They
there,
have to
and
make
there-
her wear
wait,
gloves and
wait,
socks
when,
all the time.
imagine the parents just like,
Imagine
where's
trying
our
to,
Oh my gosh,
Dude.
her baby
Where's our
running
child?
off into the
Yeah,
crowd.
imagine trying to give that baby a bath.
Oh.
she could just be like, I don't want a bath.
Let me pour it into your hair.
And like, can you imagine trying to like wash yourself and things like that? And like, cause you can't smell, cause people can still smell you.
Well,
And like trying to brush your teeth, and you're like, wait, where's my mouth again?
I'm sure like eventually humans just kind of through doing so much with your body, you kind of understand where everything is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Like when
because
you
if
brush
you
your
have,
memory.
because if you have your eyes closed, you can still like feel everywhere you want.
yeah, like if I close my eyes, I can still. This is where all my features are, right?
Well, I
Yeah.
stab myself in the mouth. I stab myself in the mouth with a fork when I try to eat. So.
Maybe you are invisible to yourself. I don't know. Who else did we see?
We saw her, that girl, and apparently she's really powerful too. We haven't seen much of her quirk.
Yeah,
We haven't seen
her
any of
quirk
her
hasn't been revealed, but she had like these weird bars
Oh yeah,
that she was like putting down.
and she has to be pretty powerful because she got in on a recommendation
Recommendations,
too.
right? Along with
The ice guy.
Shoto, Todoroki's
Ice
name.
Shoto. I don't remember his last name.
Ice guy.
Yeah, Shoto. So that's that was cool. We also saw that bird.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was so
he's
cool.
awesome.
It's like
Yeah,
darkness or something.
He like shadow claws that came
It's so
out.
cool.
Yeah.
I want to see more of him.
I honestly was thinking when I saw him that he controls darkness or something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's
His
like
name is Tokoyami.
Toko.
I also thought it was interesting that while everyone else was talking to Deco, who was just kind of hanging out in the corner.
It's like
And then Ido,
There
of
was like that
course.
small group. Ida.
Ido
was
was
just
freaked
like,
out about him sitting on the
Get
desk.
off the desk!
Get off the desk! Our former generations have sat at those desks. That was great. Did we see? Yeah, he was in the one with
Yeah.
Deku and all them.
All Might could have sat at that desk.
I also thought it was really interesting how they actually gave credit to Ido for his Ida.
Yeah.
For his skill.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
how a lot of people just give it to the heroes, and
He was being a good villain.
yeah, they also recognized that he performed the best, even though he didn't win.
Right. He was
Because
least destructive.
and he just
Yeah.
I feel like villains though can be as destructive as they want.
Yeah, that was true. But I think. Yeah, I don't know. I actually disagree.
I
that,
feel
Bako trying to be a villain, he was like, I remember him saying, "You wouldn't want to destroy the building as a villain." You're like, well, maybe you do, to cause chaos. I don't know.
You're a villain.
Right.
But it also depends on what kind of villain you are and what your goal is.
Yeah. Sure.
Because a lot of villains do have a goal of what they want to do, and just randomly having no logic to it doesn't usually work.
Yeah, and that he had a good point. Well, I don't know. I feel like Uraraka was kind of just making use of what she had to.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like. I feel like you would.
Yeah, in a battle.
In a battle, you would just use whatever you had to. Right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, you could have done something else. It was kind of a desperation move, I guess. So I understand why they gave it to Ida, but some of the points I kind of disagreed with.
Yeah.
It was funny.
But something about speed, I feel like it can't really be destructive. Like,
Well,
I mean, it
It
can
can,
be.
but it's definitely harder to.
I don't think that's his only power though. I don't think.
Yeah,
it's just,
because it's like
just
rocket
motor
engines or
engines.
something there.
just motor calves.
Yeah, I think it's just his legs are really fast, right?
Because
That's
there's
the
moves
basis
inside
of his
of
power.
him.
There might be other stuff to that, but I think that just. I mean, super speed is already really strong.
Yeah.
So.
Because if someone throws a punch at you,
Exactly, they can't hit you, so that's already really strong. Another thing, I think that was actually that arm guy, Dupla arms.
Oh, I really thought it was.
Shoji.
I thought learning more about his gift. I mean, his
Yeah.
quirk was really cool.
Yeah.
I like the girl who had the ears that stuck into the wall.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
she had like the earphone jacks that can like hear stuff. I guess.
That's so cool.
Through the building.
So these are just more powers that are so unique, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you don't see these crazy of ideas in any other show, and that's something really charming about it so far.
Yeah, it's really awesome. Who else did we see? We saw that girl. She has like burning sand or something.
Acid.
Acid.
Oh yeah.
That's just acid, water.
It looks more like sand.
Nina.
She was like.
No, it's acid. She like spits acid.
She's like lighting on it.
Yeah, and then who knows? Most everyone we saw. There's electricity guy, which we didn't get to see much of. So learned about a lot of the characters, some of the basics of their quirks. Not really that much about them, but maybe kind of what their quirks might do.
My favorite part of the episode was like when he was like telling him about like how his quirk worked, and then Bakugo is just like, I'm not stupid. That's not true. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me like I'm stupid.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that because Bakugo lost, and at the beginning of the episode, we see him just
completely destroyed, filled with anger,
shocked,
and panic too. Just like the panic he felt at the beginning.
Like when someone breaks your ego, it's just devastating to.
He didn't know what to think because that's the first time he's ever had something like that.
Yeah.
And there was probably a lot of pride clashing against the fact that he just lost. A lot of confusion. Am I not the best around? Probably a lot of anger at himself as well, right? So. And then over the course of the episode, I think we kind of see this him working it out in his own mind. When he hears Momo talk about, well, Bakugo did all this wrong. And he was like, I ended up agreeing with her there, and kind of shows me, like, oh, I was wrong.
Yeah. I think, like, whenever you have an ego and something happens or you go somewhere where people are better than you and it shatters, that's a really hard thing to deal with for a lot of people because their whole life they've been built up, and then like they think that they're this amazing person, and then someone shows them that they're not. It's really hard to take.
Yeah.
It can be really hard to take.
Especially because we found out in prior episodes that he lives in such a very small area. And they're like the school wasn't known for giving any really amazing quirks.
No good student. I think they were the first two to go to UA.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, there might have been heroes from that school, but not anything. Right home about, right?
Yeah. And so just because, especially in a small setting like that, how few people there are and how few really important people, he hasn't really seen what a really good hero with real control over their quirk has. And so he just assumed he knew everything there was to know, basically.
Yeah.
There was some extent to that, but...
Right, and he knows that he's not as strong as the pro heroes, right? But he definitely thinks, he definitely thought, I've got to be the best student.
And being at the top of the entry test didn't help it at all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it
that
just
did
kind of
not
like,
help.
I don't know if they saw, though, if they were at the top or not.
No, he was at
the top. He did say,
yeah, he
right?
was.
Yeah, he said, I was at the top. Okay, yeah, so they did know. It's kind of... Well, I guess they probably told them in the place. But yeah, so we see him hear from Momo, and then he sees the ice guy, and he's just like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I can't beat him. Which, honestly, he might be able to beat him because he's just a lot faster.
I think the big thing is, Ice Guy, he is very controlled.
Right.
And he focuses on that control and is very strategic. Where Bakugo, he can be, but he's very consumed
We've only seen
by his emotions.
Well, yeah, we've seen moments where, like, he displays really good battle knowledge, but so much of it just seems to be clouded by that anger. So I would be more interested to see him fight someone else and see how focused and just honed in he is.
Yeah.
Because all we've seen him do is fight Deku, right?
Yeah.
And then, like in the entrance exam, right, he got the top of the scoreboards. So it looks like he's really proficient. So, but to go off of that point, I think that just kind of shows Bakugo might actually be able to beat Shoto. But with all this doubt, that was just he just lost, and all this other stuff, he's probably like, I can't beat that person, which also shows a progression of his character that I really like.
Oh yeah. I also feel like he won't be able to progress as the hero he could be if he doesn't lose some of that pride.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh,
yeah,
so
definitely.
how about we talk about the fact that All Might asked what he was talking about?
Oh
yeah,
because I wanna.
That's another point.
Talk about how, like, All Might is. I think he's getting probably weaker because he said he could barely even make it through class to teach.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And although I don't know if we can assume anything until we're told specifically, like, oh, he's definitely.
I mean, it could have just been it was over 3 hours or something.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, going through, we knew that they're 15 minutes each.
Something like that.
So saying like maybe they last 10 minutes each on average. Some in fast like Shotos, and then some go the whole 15 minutes. That's how many teams are there? Like, I don't know, 10 teams. 10 teams. So that's already 100 minutes. So a little over an hour and a half, and then getting the setup and the class he actually taught. It was probably getting a little bit on his time limit, right? So, yeah, I don't know if he's necessarily just constantly getting weaker, but yeah, definitely still hard to be a teacher.
Oh yeah, it's also weird that the nurse knows about.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't think it is because the fact that she is a healer, I think he couldn't avoid it.
Also,
especially
it kind of goes into that like
going,
trope of all old people know everything.
Yes.
Right. So. She's probably known All Might for a long time. She was probably at UA when he was going through all the classes, right?
Yeah.
And maybe she knew, maybe she was a lot younger, and she knew the previous All for One user, right? And now she's just really old, and knows about this progression between the three of them.
That also
that would be cool.
Goes to, what are the other people that know about it? Because there's 2 other people that know it.
So one is the principal, which I think we've seen, that mouse. It kind of looked like that mouse person.
I don't remember.
In the entrance exam.
I don't remember.
We were talking. So that might be one. It's the principal. Whatever.
Yeah, he probably knew something about All Might or has records or something about that.
Right.
Because also, when did All Might get his power?
Yeah, I don't know if we have an exact time frame on how long he's had it himself.
Yeah.
We know he's had it presumably before Deku, or around the same time as Deku, because he had it in UA, obviously.
Yeah.
So either it was right before he got into UA, or sometime, he had some practice with it beforehand. But we know he didn't have to practice with his quirk. He could already use the power, because he was so much more fit than Deku was. So that was also probably a big plus as well.
So, also, who is the other person?
He said he had a best friend who knows about it, so I assume. I wonder if they might use that later.
Oh, yeah.
As an exploit.
Because, like, why would they say someone knows it that isn't even in the show?
Yeah.
Right.
I also, I also want to see if Bakugo actually figures out about where he got his quirk from.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did write it off, like, stop messing around type of thing. But I wonder if that was more of the emotions at that point rather than anything else.
Actual logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, especially as a child, letting your emotions get a hold of you is so easy that you probably would have seen something of his quirk if he had been born with it.
Right.
So I think if he decided to just think about it logically, then he could probably figure out that he's telling the truth. But
yeah. But I think with Bakugo, he did not react exactly how I thought he would.
Yeah.
He didn't explode like we said he might. He took it more internally and thought about it.
Yeah.
He actually went a different direction than I thought entirely, and
I expected him to be like, well, that makes much more sense. But then he just was like,
I thought he was
try and make me more
mad.
stupid.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought he was gonna be mad, like, how come they gave you this power? You're weak and you're stupid.
Yeah.
Well, again, but I think you're talking about how he reacted about losing, right?
Everything. Over the course of the day, we see him just kind of change, right? Mm-hmm. And he just had this whole kind of trudge through his own mind, kind of, all right, well, I'm not the best yet. He got a little bit of reality check, and he took it in a good way, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Of, like, I just need to work harder, and, you know, this is the last time you're going to beat me. And now they're going to be, now it really does seem like they're becoming more rivals, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Than just, oh, I'm going to bully you.
Yeah.
Like, Bakugo's going to have more respect for him, I assume, now, and not going to take him as a joke.
Yeah.
And I really want to see this kind of rivalry develop between them two. And I think that'll be really, really cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I also want to see how their both of them react to the other people in the group. Because we've already seen a little bit of it. Like, all of them are very, like, they all want to hang out with Deku.
Yeah, we got a lot of those characters kind of flock to Deku, right?
Mm-hmm. And he's just very uncomfortable with it. And then we saw a little bit of Bakugo's insecurity about some of them, but
I think Deku was more shocked because he had never had that kind of attention before.
But
he was always like
negative attention.
Yeah.
Because he was the bully.
He's usually
bullied.
He's usually always just like.
But good that he has some friends and people there. Like, oh, that's awesome. He's a very flashy person with his quirk, right?
Yeah.
So.
I love how you dodged.
I love how you dodged. Also, freaking rip my boy. You want to grab some You want to grab some food? Oh, Deku! just
I like sweets.
Wrecked.
Oh, Deku!
Yeah. Just, I feel you, bro. Unlucky. You try and.
Dude, if it was him or Deku, I'd go for Deku.
You try to make an impression, and this guy just keeps breaking his arms.
Can we talk about the girls at the end gossiping? They were like looking at the
Yeah, they were gossiping.
What are they talking
just
about?
Like fated battle between rivals. There's a lot of character and flavor in this classroom.
Oh yeah, there's also a lot of real world things. Like I feel like any person would do that. They'd be like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, 100%. They're like, what's this? What are they doing? Drama.
That's honestly like how every girl ever reacts to these things. It's like, hey guys, you want to know what happened?
And also like the three girls are just like best friends at this point.
They're just like, whoa.
they're all just like, and then they become friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the development with Bakugo though. Just to see where he goes. Because he's actually really strong.
Yeah. And I like how he actually got friends before he was like super popular, because in that battle he became super popular, but then he had friends before that battle.
Deku?
Yeah, Deku.
Oh,
also I think it'll be interesting because the roles are gonna kind of swap, right? So for so long Bakugo was like the popular, like, Bakugo's the strongest, everyone loves Bakugo, and Deku was the isolated. But now in this, I feel like it's going to be more flipped, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bakugo is going to be the person, he's mad all the time, he's grumpy, he's not hero-like at all. And Deku is going to be the one, he's heroic, he's going to run in. So
Plus Deku is way humbler than, more humble. Yeah, because like, Deku is the quiet one in the corner who literally has an awesome quirk.
Yeah.
And then there's
and then
Bakugo who has a very powerful quirk, but he flares it and shows it off.
Yeah, he's nothing like Shoto, right?
Yeah.
He's cool, calm, collected.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's going to be really interesting how that dynamic works within the classroom too, and if that isolation will even affect Bakugo. I don't feel like it would. I feel like he's not someone who needs attention from anyone.
Yeah, like
Bakugo?
With Bakugo,
maybe.
How he thought he couldn't beat the ice guy, he probably could, because if the ice guy walked past him, he could just go
right
and blast him
but
into the wall.
Yeah, I feel like Bakugo just needs validation for himself. Like, prove to himself, I can beat these guys. Yeah. And then he needs to do it. So I feel like he he doesn't take people's word for it. Like, oh, you can beat that guy.
I feel
like All Might.
Yeah.
Right. Like All Might was trying to tell him, oh, it's okay, blah blah blah, and Bakugo was just having none of it. He was like, shut up.
Yeah.
I'll prove myself.
I also feel like that's going to be good for him too, where he's actually thinking for himself.
I also think, sorry.
Because I feel like that's part of what got him in this situation in the first place, is he was listening more to what others were telling him, rather than just sustaining himself in what he knew he could do.
Right.
I mean, Bakugo may become more popular than All Might, but in a worse way.
Sure.
I feel like, in the aspect of they both need validations in themselves, Deku and Bakugo are very similar in that aspect.
I don't agree because I feel.
What? But Deku is always like, I need to beat you so I can know that I can.
But Deku wants validation from everyone else. Especially All Might. All Might's a key figure. Like look at the All Might situation between these two. Deku is like idolizing All Might. Like, everything that All Might says is like, can I have bread, sir? Can I have some words of validation? Bakugo, on the other hand, wants none of it. He doesn't need any validation from All Might or anyone else. It's all internal.
And
same with the classroom. Like Bakugo seemingly does not care that much about other people. And then Deku's the other one.
I feel like All Might's good mood is trying to hide his other form more against
his pessimism.
Part of it.
Right. And I don't think
because he's in a much worse mood.
It's kind of like Deku is more the persona of All Might's big form, right? Optimistic and all that. Yeah. And Bakugo is more pessimistic, like his other form. So it's interesting, that parallel as well.
Again, kind of like, I feel like their childhood kind of pushed them into that, because Bakugo, it's nothing strange for him to get rewards, so he doesn't need it anymore, because he realized, well, I got a bunch of that, and it didn't help me get anywhere. It actually harmed me more. And Deku, he's just been waiting his whole life for people to actually notice him and see him as a hero. So I think, again, just proving what your childhood and how things like that affect people so much.
Yeah, right. Bakugo was always being told, oh, you're the best. And Bakugo eventually just like, well, I know. I don't need to hear that anymore. With Deku was always being told, oh, you suck. Yeah. So he was constantly needing someone to tell him that he wasn't.
Yeah, so...
Like, even his mom, like, she didn't tell him he sucked, but she did not.
She just said, I'm sorry that, basically, I'm sorry that you're not strong.
Yeah.
That's basically what she said.
So, I feel like, are we going to see the other teacher more? Like the teacher who...
Aizawa?
I hope so.
I bet.
Oh, I'm sure we'll see more Aizawa.
Yeah. He's my favorite teacher.
I do not like him.
I think he's already gotten a lot of...
like you.
I think people are going to like him.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think we'll see plenty of more of him. But I think that's pretty much it. This was a great episode. I love that character development with Bakugo. Yeah. It does give him some actually endearing qualities.
Oh, yeah.
Previously, it was just, this guy is just a bully. There's literally nothing good about this guy.
It's like, I want to go in there and smack him.
Exactly, right? Like, okay.
I mean, I still want to smack him, but I don't want to smack him as hard.
Right. It's like, you still might think, this guy's a jerk. I don't like him. But you can acknowledge there are some cool things about him. There are some good qualities. Oh, he's a good fighter. He puts a lot of work into things he does. He's very, very determined. And, he understands.
I think determination also puts a little bit into his pride, because not necessarily his pride, but
I don't think necessarily determination.
Because his determination, like, people see his determination and they say,
I think the effects of determination from other people probably put more. But his determination alone isn't a factor for pride.
Because Deku, he was very determined, especially before he had his quirk. He was extremely determined, always trying to be the best he could. Yet he didn't have that pride.
Yeah. Because, so, I feel like if Bakugo, if Bakugo, didn't know anyone, then I feel like he would be much nicer. Because, remember, we saw the scene where everyone was like, "Whoa, you're so amazing!"
Yeah, because he gets praised a lot.
I am amazing. I must be the greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he had that from a very, very young age.
I'm just so excited to see again how he grows even more in the next upcoming episodes.
Yeah.
And I feel like he's going to be even as the seasons go on, just seeing the complete change of the person that he used to be.
Yeah. I don't think he'll change completely, but definitely there will be some oh, you're more like a hero.
But again, like
you may still be a jerk sometimes, but you are a hero.
I don't like. I feel
Some
like
people
I
are just mean.
Want him to change like his entire personality.
No, yeah, exactly.
Because just like I feel like that's such a part of him,
and it'll be really jarring.
Oh yeah.
Like if 2 seasons down the road he's like Deku and nice, it's
no.
like doesn't make sense. But I'm sure he'll go through some more maturity.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he'll change. Like, oh, he's a nice boy now. So
yeah, and I like how they didn't make the villains easy to beat. I like how they made it more difficult
by having to fight an actual person.
Yeah,
because I feel like in a lot of TV and
for some people it was easy.
Well, yeah, but
that's the ice guy just froze everything.
Just because they're literally
frozen
like
to the floor and they just walked past.
Like, come on. I was saying something. Yeah, because like so many shows and things like that, you just fight robots, and it's just like you can't truly measure your skill by that.
Right.
But this way it's just like you have to think on the fly more. And so I thought that was interesting.
The ice guy, like, how much heat can he put? Because
I know.
But
I'll let you guys figure that out.
He has ice too.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw the extent of his ice powers.
And
we can probably assume his fire is just as strong.
He said half and half was the actual measurement, so.
So if that's how strong his eyesight is, I'm sure his fire is
split in half. Like half of him is just ice.
Like,
yeah. That's
his hair is like red
it's
and
so
white.
cool.
Yeah.
It is really cool.
For some reason, the red side turns to like ice for some reason though. Interesting.
I think he froze that side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
so it didn't.
Like part of his costume or something.
I feel like part of it might have been just like he didn't melt everything.
Right. But yeah. So.
Yeah. That was really good.
We'll have to see what happens in the next upcoming episodes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends. It's quarantine right now, so you really got nothing else to do.
True.
Let us know if you have any ideas in the comments, or comment, and we'll like to talk to you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next reaction.
Bye.